I'm going to show you how to make an infant hat. Use the blue one. It's got 24, I believe 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yes, 24. And then some of the looms have this and some of them don't. If they don't have it, you can just tie it onto your first one. If they do have it, then we will tie it onto that. Take that, tie it on. We're going to wrap it once. 1, 2, all the way around. If you'll notice, I am using 2 skeins, 2 threads. If you just have one large skein, you can take it apart and make 2 balls of yarn. But I would recommend using 2 skeins of thread for an infant hat. Otherwise, the holes are really going to be big. You're still going to have some holes, but at least you'll get the idea of how to make it. Okay, so that's the first row. Now we're only going to turn over a few pegs at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hold it like that. This one might be kind of hard because this is so tight. You might have to loosen that up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push it down as best you can. Push these down as you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do 4, you can do 6, you can do 10, but don't do the same amount each time because you don't want to start and finish at the same peg, because then it causes what's called laddering. As you noticed, if you were to put it down and go watch TV and come back and you start up again, you do not start here. The thread comes out there and you start at the next one. And you're going to continue this for all your rows. This stitch is called E-wrap. I don't know what the E stands for, but I would say easy. E-wrap. They have other wraps that you will learn later, but this is the simplest one, and this is the one that I primarily do on all my hats because it's fast and it's easy. Many times I'll do my brim a little bit different. Now I'm going to pass over number 1, 2, 3, because I don't want to stop there. And I'm just going to keep going all the way around. Now right now, we have two done it twice on this, so I'm going to take this off, because if you don't take it off, it'll mess you up later. You can take it off and drop it to the inside, and just let it hang there. Push these down and keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to continue doing this all the way for several rows. Now there's a chart out there that tells you how many rows to do for how many inches you want. So you can either count by rows or you can count by inches. either way. And you just keep going all the way around. You get over here, you just keep going and keep going. You pass up number 1 and keep going. Now I have this one that I have done this much too, and I'm going to bind it off now. I have about I have about 5 inches. 6 inches is good, 5.5, 6 inches for an infant hat. Because what you're going to do is you're going to roll this up a little bit as the hat. But for now, you can just stay like this. And this was where you started. It's still just hanging there. You will take your yarn and you will wrap it around the two yarns, wrap it around, and it's hanging down, and you cut it off. And there, I've cut it off. And now, these are all pushed up. You're going to take your hook and you're going to bring it through both yarns. Always treat the 2 yarns as 1 yarn. And you go all the way around, taking it through. If you want to, you can go back to this first one and you can start taking it off. You don't have to. You can wait until you finish the whole thing. But it kind of loosens up the thread for you if you need to have it a little bit looser. If you'll notice, well, I took one off too many. Let's get back on track here. Just don't take off too many like I just did. Just keep going. If you'll notice on this particular loom, let me pull this out. I changed the color of my last peg. I took one of my other ones. I did it here on this one also, on this last peg. I changed the last peg out, just so I would know I was getting to the end. It's just easier eye contact. You don't have to, but if you have several of these, you can change that one peg out. I wouldn't take any of these other pegs out because once you take them out, it loosens them up. And then you have a mess. You'll do some patterns where you'll want to put a little rubber band or something in the little spot. Some people say they change out the pegs. I'd use a little marker of some type. I've even used a marker, black marker, to mark something, because once you start taking out these pegs and putting them back, it loosens them. Okay, you can take these off as you go. Just don't take the last couple off until you finish. got 2 left. 1, 2. Okay, now you can take them all off. All right. So then you can pull it, and then you turn it inside out. You pull it from this side. You tie it in a knot. And then I tie mine again. 1, 2, and then I can cut it off real close. And then as far, and then turn it back